Hey there everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Puborama, and in today's video, we are going to be pimping out the Elegy RH8. This is actually one of my favorite sports cars in the game, not only because it's free, but it also features really good handling, a decent top speed. It's just a really solid sports car. Plus, it's based off a Nissan GTR, and it looks just really good. However, in today's video, we are going to be bringing it into Benny's and absolutely pimping out our ride. A lot of people don't really do Benny's vehicles anymore, especially like the Retro Custom for the Elegy. It's kind of weird to see that people don't do Benny's upgrades. I don't even actually own the Retro Custom in my account yet. So for today's video, I figured let's go over the upgrades, talk about the vehicle, and maybe I'll convince some of you to get this car. So the Elegy Retro Custom is going to cost you $900,000, which to be fair isn't that expensive of an upgrade, judging that the car is free itself. So it's literally just $900,000. And you can see the absolutely drastic change to the appearance of this vehicle. But let's be real, this looks great. It still keeps most of your upgrades like armor, brakes, all that, but there are some different upgrades, like obviously we can do some bumper upgrades and other options. So I'm obviously going to put on the splitter with canards because that is the best option available. We got the rear bumper options, but it looks like we already have the max one, so I'm not going to do that. Bumper accessories, we can change out the front grille. Honestly, I kind of like the grille we already have, so I'm going to leave that one. We got some intercoolers, which doesn't matter because you can't see them, so I guess I'll just put that one on. We got some chassis upgrades. We can do no lights, which we're not going to do. We can change the door design. We'll just do painted. That looks fine. Fenders. Ooh, we can make it wide. That's what I like. All right, let's do a bolted wide. I think always wide is super fun. We'll do primary, though. I don't want the secondary color. All right, we can do an engine block. Ooh, I kind of want... let's go for a secondary engine. We can do a cam cover. Let's just do some, I don't know, purple. Doesn't really matter too much. Strut brace. You don't need these upgrades either. These are all obviously cosmetic. But it's cool that Rockstar has so many cosmetic upgrades for the vehicle. We got a twin titanium tuner exhaust. We got a lot of different exhaust options here, and I'm definitely going to say that the twin titanium exhaust is the best option by far. We got some grille options, which barely really change anything, but I'm going to go for the carbon grille. I think that looks the best. We got some hood accessories. We got some little catches we can put on. Those are more for like real life racing, so your hood doesn't pop up when you're in the middle of a race. For me, I'm not really going to put them on because I don't really see the points of them in GTA. My hood's not going to randomly fly off. Let's see what hood options we have here. We got a lot of carbon options. I'm not the biggest fan of carbon. I know there's some people out there that probably really like carbon. I just personally have never been the biggest fan of carbon. I think the car's color should match all the way through. So we've got a raised extreme hood, then we've got a performance hood, we've got a double vented hood, a normal vented hood, and then not much else. So what I'm thinking of here is we're gonna go for... I'm gonna go for the performance hood. I don't like this one as much. I think it just sticks up too much. I like the one that kind of just goes into the hood itself. We got some interior designs. This is another thing that's crazy about Benny's, is that you can do some absolutely crazy interior designs. We can change the trim color, although it doesn't look like it really does anything, so I'm not gonna worry about that. We can change the interior. We can do some absolutely crazy things. Obviously, we're gonna go for the carbon dash and stripped interior. We got some absolutely crazy dials we can do as well. It goes from just your normal generic interior to like absolutely insane things. So we're just gonna go for the top upgrade because it has the most things. We got some door changes we can do. I don't really normally change the doors. It's kind of just a waste of money. I also don't like changing the seats all too much, but the steering wheel I am going to change. Yeah, let's just go for Rally Clubman. Doesn't really matter all too much. Now, usually when it comes to the display, I go for diamond blue or like ice white. And the reason is because you want to actually be able to read what your speed is. For people that don't know, the digital speedometers in GTA are actually accurate to what your speed is. So if you run a speed that you can't actually see, like, you know, like this brown here or like something like purple, and you can't actually see what your speed is going, then it's not going to help you too much. So I usually go for diamond blue. It's a nice color, and it also lets you easily see what speed you're going. So finally, we can do a roll cage, which I'm not going to bother with because I don't love the look of roll cages inside of a vehicle. You can obviously do some neon lights, all that. We got some livery options. We got some white stripes. We got, obviously, everybody's classic Midnight Racer. We got just a normal battle damage. We got Drift Missile. That one's actually pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. I do like this LTD Gasoline. This actually looks really good with the current color. I'm going to purchase that for now. We got Mine Mock, which looks really good. Yeah, there's actually some really good options for paint jobs here. This one's also pretty cool. I think I'm going to stick with this actual color design the vehicle already has. That looks amazing. It's like a wine red on the front, matches perfectly with the red on the back. So I'm just going to stick with that. We got some plate holder options. I'm just going to remove the front plate. Why would I want that at all? The back plate we're going to make black because that looks better. We're going to leave the color we already have. Trim color doesn't matter as we went over. We got some roof accessories. We can do a roof vent, all right. And we also got some changes we can do to the roof. We can do vortex generators. We can do a little back spoiler. I don't think I'm going to go for the spoiler. I think I'm just going to do the vortex generators. That should be fine. All right, we got some skirt options. Very weird to see the skirt options so far down in the list, but we'll just go for the... Honestly, I kind of like those carbon skirts. Yeah, I'm going to stick with the carbon ones. I like those ones a lot. We got some spoiler options. Obviously, putting a big wing on a vehicle is something that a lot of people like to do. I don't like the entire back bumper being removed from this wing, so I'm not going to do that one. I do like the tarmac attack wing. This one looks very cool. We obviously got the classic GT wing that the Armored Kuruma had back in the day. We got a nice drift wing, a smaller muscle wing. I really like the tuner wing, though. I think we're going to stick with the tuner wing. I kind of like the classic RS wing, though, as well. That one doesn't look bad. These are way too small. Yeah, all right, well... Out of all the options here, I do really like the tarmac attack. That's a cool wing. It's really cool. But I think I'm going to go for the tuner wing. I think it just matches the overall design of the vehicle, so that's what we're going to stick with. We got transmission, we got turbo, all the basic upgrades already on. I like the rims we already have, and there you go. The vehicle is fully upgraded, and the front of it just got damaged, leaving Benny's. Brah, are you... I can't. I have to pay $1,000 for the damage that Benny's just did. Oh my god, what is this game? My car is just, oh my god. What am I watching? Grand Theft Auto Online, an absolutely great game. Oh, yep, now I'm inside of Benny's. I have nothing to say, my car's damaged again. Alright. Speed is key, unless you're talking about the Elegy Retro Custom. It's not a very fast vehicle, only going at a top speed of 115.25 miles per hour. But while it may not feature a lot of speed, it does feature a lot of handling. The Elegy has a very solid lap time of 1 minute 3 seconds. If you compare that to all the other sports cars on a track, that's about 25th place for all the sports, which is pretty solid when you actually think about it. So what we're doing right now is a time trial. We got 1 minute and 17 seconds to make it to the end. I don't know if this car is fast enough to reach it because we are driving on a pretty much straight line, but I still think it'll be a fun challenge to see how well the Elegy can do. There's a lot of people out there that only want to get the fastest vehicles in the game, which I've never really understood. If you're doing races, yeah, I get it. Like, if you're going for races, then you want to have a vehicle that has great handling and lap time plus acceleration. However, the Elegy is not a car you're going to be doing races with. If you're in a normal GTA public session, you're not going to be using the fastest vehicles to, complete your day with, because let's be real, you can just pull out a Sparrow or an Oppressor Mark II, and you'll get to the job 10 times faster than you would in any normal car. So by that logic, speed is not that important in my eyes. So I usually just look for vehicles that I think look really cool. And I think that the Elegy Retro Custom is one of the coolest looking cars available in the game. We have a little bit longer to go, and yes, we actually beat the par time with 1 minute 15 seconds. So there you have it. We actually we were able to showcase that the Elegy is pretty fast. I'm very surprised on how we were actually able to do that, because time trials are usually pretty tricky. They are not for the faint of heart sometimes, but I guess the Elegy is just ever so slightly fast enough on acceleration up these hills that it's able to make up some speed compared to other vehicles. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think the Elegy Retro Custom is an incredibly unique and underrated car. It used to be one of the most popular cars in the streets of Los Santos, but nowadays you rarely ever see it rolling around. A lot of Benny's vehicles are incredibly nice, underrated, and just super fun. So I'm definitely going to be making more videos on Benny's vehicles in the future, talking about why they're so good, which ones I like the most, which ones I like the least, and yeah, make sure you click that subscribe button down below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.